Hello, welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're going to be talking about the SERPA holster. It seems like if you really want to start a controversy lately, well actually not even lately, over the last few years on the web and the gun community, just talk about the SERPA holster. There seems to be two camps, those who love it and those who despise it. If you love the SERPA holster, you think it's a great holster with no flaws, or simply a holster you have to train to use properly. If you hate the SERPA, you seem to think that if you strap one on, the first thing you're going to do is shoot yourself. To be honest, both are extreme points of view, and I don't think either's correct. Now, in open disclosure, I've used SERPAs since they first come out, and I've had very good success with them. I haven't suffered any problems. But just because I've had no problems doesn't mean there isn't a flaw in the design. What I'm going to try to do over the next few videos is review a lot of different types of SERPA holsters and see if we can't recreate the problems. No, we're not going to use live ammunition to do this. Obviously, I have no desire to get shot. What I try to do is see if there is a genuine problem with this type of holsters. Now, the first premise we're going to move out with is simply that SERPA is a generic term. It's like saying pickup truck or DVD player. It's very generic. There are all kinds of different SERPA holsters. So one of the things we're going to be looking for, do you have this problem with all SERPA holsters regardless of type, or is it down to a specific model or even a specific handgun model? For those who don't know, let's do a quick review even if you do know. The SERPA comes with 3 levels, and in the levels they have different models. So a level 1 SERPA literally has no type of retention except for compression. So it works no different than, say, a lot of Kydex holsters out there that are molded to the gun. So on a level 1 SERPA, you buy your SERPA holster that is molded to the exact gun that you have purchased, for example, say a 1911 or a Glock, and just the compression of the material against the gun is your retention. A level 2 SERPA holster, and probably the level I think was causing all the problems, is the one that has a switch about midway down the holster that's designed to engage the trigger guard, and you have to activate it using your trigger finger to withdraw the pistol from the holster. A level 3 SERPA has the same system as the level 2. In addition, though, it has a hood that's activated by your thumb. So when you establish the firing grip, you open the hood and use your trigger finger to deactivate the lock that's holding the gun in. There's also different mounting positions for the SERPA. So you have a drop leg holster, so if you want to be uber tactical or Han Solo-like, you can use a drop leg. And most of those drop legs are level 2 or level 3 SERPA systems, and they're also pistol dependent. The duty system is basically a level 2 or level 3 SERPA that is designed to fit on a police or military web belt and be mounted sometimes directly to the belt, sometimes slightly offset and hanging down to aid the draw stroke. And then you have the CQC series, which is the most common series of SERPA holsters. These holsters come with a belt loop system or a paddle system. The belt loop system is very generic and has many adjustments on it depending on the type of belt you personally wear. So you have a wide latitude. It's not like you're limited to a certain size belt thickness for you to be able to use the SERPA holster. The paddle system, of course, is designed for you to be able to take the holster on and off very easily, because there's all situations where you can't always have your gun with you. You may be traveling in your car and, oh, here's a building that forbids the use of concealed weapons inside. I need to leave it in the car, so you want to take your holster off very easily. What are some pros and cons of the SERPA system? Well, let's look at what's good about the system. The paddle is an excellent paddle. Of all the paddles out there I've encountered, it's the one that does its job best when you use it correctly. A lot of people will use the paddle like a belt holster and it doesn't work well, and that's probably why they're having problems. But if you slip the paddle on correctly, it'll work just fine. The belt loop system, well, it works. And it's not the greatest thing, and I think it might be the root cause of a lot of the SERPA problems that are out there, is because people haven't configured it correctly to the belt they're using. And that's the hypothesis we're going to work on, is that the improper mounting of the holster is a contributing factor to some of the problems. The duty is just what it says. It's be worn as a duty holster. It clamps onto your belt either directly or offset. And the drop leg also is what it is. It sits there and it clamps around your leg and attaches to your belt. This is where Blackhawk really deserves some kudos in design, because the Y harness system is excellent. It distributes the load a lot better, doesn't drag your trousers down like a conventional drop leg holster will. And the two leg bands are very, very generous in accommodating your leg. Plus, with the rubberized coating on the inside, it keeps slippage down to a minimum. And also, the adjustments provided in the Y straps and the leg straps allow you to position the holster wherever you need it, whether you like it to ride very high on your leg or way down low. Whatever your preference is, you can configure the holster to it. Thank you for tuning in for part 1 of this video series on the SERPA holster. We're going to try to test out as many variations of the SERPA if we can, and the practical purpose of this is to determine if the SERPA's problems are with a specific level of holster, a specific style, be it CQC, duty, or thigh rig, or if it's down to even a specific handgun model, say 1911s only, for example. And we're going to test as many variations of this we can with as many possible pistols as we can. This is part 1 of the series, and this is going to go on at random intervals till we think we've tested a big enough sample pool and we can come to a positive conclusion. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for more videos on the SERPA holster system.